Imperial Germany's Colonization of Africa, the history of the German efforts and conflicts to colonize parts of Africa. Written by Charles River editors. Narrated by Steve Knupp. Introduction. Before the mid-19th century, European intervention in much of tropical Africa was extremely difficult because of the disease gradient. The combination of malaria and yellow fever commonly killed off half of European troops stationed in West Africa each year. It was the reverse of the conquest of the Americas, where introduced diseases wiped out 50 million indigenous Americans, opening the land to settlement and greatly reducing the ability to resist. This was much less of a problem in temperate southern Africa, accounting for the Dutch being able to set up a colony there in the 17th century. In addition, in much of West Africa, a pest called the tsetse fly carried a disease that quickly killed off horses and mules, making cavalry impossible, and meaning that all expeditions had supplies carried either by boat or on the backs of bearers because carts, wagons, and pack animals were not feasible. This affected the Togoland and Cameroon regions, where Germany would ultimately attempt to develop two colonies. Neither the disease gradient nor equine disease much affected Southwest or East Africa, the other two regions of German colonial interest. In Southwest Africa, now Namibia, there was a thin population of nomadic tribal peoples on horseback, herding cattle, goats, and sheep. In East Africa, the region that became a German colony was claimed by the Arab Sultan of Zanzibar, with much larger population and very diverse peoples. The tools of empire developed quickly in the 19th century. Rifled muskets, such as those used in the U.S. Civil War, greatly increased the range of weapons, and they were followed by rapid-fire breech loaders with a much longer kill range. Machine guns at first were primitive, like the American Gatling gun, but quickly developed immense firepower. Rapid-fire field artillery was developed, particularly by the Krupp firm in Germany. Many of the African peoples had guns, but they were mostly Dane guns, old and inferior, designed for the African trade, and most African peoples were generally hopelessly outgunned. An exception were the Nama pastoralists on the southern border of German Southwest Africa. The development of steamships included the development of small but effective gunboats that could penetrate far upstream on many of the larger African rivers. Just as important as weapons and steamships were medical developments that hugely reduced the death rates of Europeans posted to tropical Africa. The new developments in medicine did not end the problem of diseases, but quinine sharply reduced the toll malaria took on soldiers and administrators. The disease problem was partly solved by recruiting African troops who had some native immunity. These German African troops...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?